1-hour commute down from San Francisco this morning. So I've got a lot of energy with me today. And what I was asked to do is share a little bit of my adventure helping grow LinkedIn. So a little bit more context around my background so you can sort of understand where I'm coming from. I've worked in the San Francisco Bay Area, Singapore, Canada for about 30 years, all in the human resources space, doing recruiting, development, coaching. And unfortunately, over the span of my career, I've actually fired more people than I've hired, which is a testament to the economy that's happened since I started working in the late 80s. But I want to tell you a story, and it begins in 2009 when I joined LinkedIn. The first day on the job, I had a chance to meet our chairman, Reid Hoffman, who's the first billionaire in my LinkedIn network, a really good friend of mine. And I asked Reid one day, I said, Reid, this is a really strange business, this LinkedIn. You've got this recruiting product, you've got this subscriptions business, you've got this networking product. Like, what business are we in, and who's our biggest competitor? Like, who are you really worried about? And Reid's answer to that question, I think, defines the technology space that we live in today. Reid said, growing and dying faster than ever before. Does anyone want to guess how old Facebook is right now? They were founded in 2004. LinkedIn was founded in 2003. I wound up working there from 2009 through 2012, or at that point, half the life of the company. And one of the things I think that's really compelling about that reality that we all face today is the fact that this competition for talent. This competition, you have to get the talent. Every single person on our leadership team at LinkedIn had never done what we did. Nobody had ever taken a company public. No one had ever managed as many people as we all managed. Our CFO hadn't done it, and our CEO had never been a CEO before. He started down here in Warner Brothers with Terry Semel, and then he was a division vice president at Yahoo, and then he was the CEO of LinkedIn. But you know what we all shared on that leadership team is a hunger and a desire to do something that had never been done before. In our careers, we never realized the dream that you have in Silicon Valley of going IPO, and we wanted it desperately. We also were naive in that we didn't know what we shouldn't do. We shouldn't have been able to realize that kind of success, but it was a real driving force for us that was very powerful. I told you about our complex business model. But in addition to the competition for talent, we were terrified, as the story I told you about Reid said, that Google was going to wake up and say, oh, maybe we should create Google Circles. Oh, wait a second, they did. We were worried that Facebook was going to wake up one day, and when we filed to go public, what you do when you file an S1 is you would basically publish to the world your secret sauce of how your business works, where your revenue comes from, how your company operates. We published our S1, and we said we make 10 times per member what Facebook does. They just happen to have like many millions more than we do, but we make a lot more. We thought Google's financing was going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. We should be Workbook. After offer rejection, after offer rejection, after offer rejection, and say, ask a very simple question. And by the way, you don't have to be a growing company to ask this question. I would encourage you to ask it if you haven't done it already. Why does someone want to work here? People were rejecting us all over. Why does someone want to work here? We want to know. What assets do we have that our competition doesn't have? That Google and Facebook and Twitter and Apple don't have? Okay, we can't pay what they're paying. Let's just face it. You want to make more money? You should go to those companies. They will pay you more. What we realized at the end of the day was that our business was about career transformation. You use LinkedIn as a member, you will transform your career. You will find your dream job. You will be greater at what you do now, or you will find something amazing. Because we lifted off the veil of secrecy of what was possible in a career. And at the same time we realized that, we realized, wait a second, that's the same thing we want for our employees. We want working here to be the greatest career transformative experience they've ever had. And you know what? That costs us nothing. We would hire people and tell them, day one, I'm going to make this the best job you've ever had. Ever had. Where do you want to be? Because I know you're going to leave in 1, 3, 5, 10 years. We know you're going to leave. So let's talk about when you get to that point, where do you want to be, and what can I do to equip you in making this the most incredible journey? Lab code and fix the code of the 7,000 engineers before you did, or would you like to go to LinkedIn and be engineer number 50 and help people find their dream jobs? I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to go to Twitter and help people figure out life in 140 characters? Which you probably don't know how to do, but, or do you want to come here and help people find their dream job and make this your dream job? I don't know. What do you want to do? We got clear on who we were. We got clear on where we were in our space, and we started to win. But these two questions, what kind of company do you want to be, and why would anyone want to work here, are really, really important. They were the turning point for us to realize it's about career transformation. That was our culture in one word, transformation. Now, I've worked at companies where I couldn't tell you, having stared at my posters for 3 years, what the 20 cultural values, I couldn't tell you what they were. We really believe that what culture is, it's not lines on a chart, it's not lines on a poster, it's right here. And the way we get you. I was like, hey, I got a question for you. Like, what's the most important thing that I should focus on? You've never hired a human resources person before. I get it, we're not the most loved people in the organization. What do you want me to focus on? And he said, culture. And I go, awesome. I grew up in South Africa, I've lived in Singapore, I've lived in Canada, I've worked in the fashion, of insurance, networking. We didn't believe that separate teams was going to be feasible, given we really weren't even crawling yet. We were still sort of, laying on the ground, driving ourselves forward and growing fast. So we said, we have to get another source of talent because we're all fighting for the same people here in Silicon Valley. So we looked on LinkedIn and found, where are the, most technical talent? Where does technical talent stay the most, stay the longest? What cities is technical talent leaving? What cities are they going into the most? And we narrowed it down to Austin, New York, Seattle, and San Francisco. Now, San Francisco, 20 miles as the crow flies. Career to sort of realize some greatness in what I do. I can do lots of different things, and we are seeing, and LinkedIn is still, I do some work there still with the product guys, they're seeing people make more radical career changes for people who are 40 and 50, changing complete career paths more than ever before, which is pretty exciting.
Let me go out and get one or two more, then we're going to get time, I'm afraid.